I am Sri Lakshmi, working as Assistant Professor in CEC Department in Gokaraj Rangaraj Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this video, I am going to explain about views and cursors in database management systems. First, I will give the introduction to view. A view is a logical or virtual table that allows us to access the data from other tables and views. A view contains no data on itself. So, normally we have tables like employee table, student table. For example, if we see student table will have attributes like student number, student name, student address, student fees payment. All these details, they need not be, these fields, faculty need not have access to them. So, that is the reason these fields we can separately specify it as a view, and this view can be given to admin department. Similarly, in the student table we have student marks in each subject and student grades, student department. This type of fields, for this type of fields, a view can be created and this view can be given to faculty members of the department. Similarly, in the student table, student transport fees, student location, these type of attributes, we can have a separate view, and this view can be given to transport management people. In this way, for the entire table or database, we can have separate views and give permissions to the people who are going to view the particular tables. So, the tables upon which a view is based are called base tables. In my example here, as I explained you now, the student table is called the base table. Views are used to provide additional level of table security. As I explained, it's not that the admin people can access the student marks. It's not that the faculty member can access the student fees. In this way, separate views are created for the table and each view is given certain restrictions for accessing. This is how the syntax goes. Create view, view name as query. With check option, I will explain what is this with check option also. The with check option, it is used to prevent the insertion of rows in the view where the condition in the where clause in create view statement is not satisfied. That is, whenever we try to insert or update in the view, we are going to protect it by specifying the with check option. So, if with the condition in the with check option is satisfied, then only insertion and updation works on the view. That is the point here, we should understand. So, in this example, create view department 20. This is the view name as select ename comma salary from the EMP. So, out of all the fields in the employee table, only ename and salary are considered for this view department 20, where department number is equal to 20. The condition here is department number is equal to 20. Only for the department number 20, we are going to have a separate view of employee name and salary. There is one more example is create view clerk. Here we have ID, person, department, position, all these are the different attributes as select how many totally 4 types of attributes where job is equal to clerk with check option. So, whenever we are trying to insert or update this view, whether the job is equal to clerk or not will be checked here. That is about the views. So, now after the view is created, insertion, deletion, updation, everything works like normal table only. So, a view is something like a window that is placed on the actual table, and these windows are given access to the people who want to view the database. That is the concept of view. Now, we will be moving to cursors. So, Oracle is using special work areas to execute the SQL statements and information called private SQL areas. So, for example, if we see in the employee database, there are nearly 100 rows. Sometimes we can extract out of that 100 rows 50 rows and we can perform certain operations on those particular rows. This type of activity can be performed using cursors in SQL. So, with this particular cursors, SQL is having PL, that is programming logic, is also embedded into the SQL. That is why it is called PLSQL. PLSQL allows the users to name the private work areas and access the stored information. This named private work area are called cursor. We can access out of these 100 rows, we can access only 50 rows and perform certain manipulations on that using cursors. PLSQL cursor is a mechanism by which we can name that work area and do some manipulations in that. So, it is something like a pointer into a table in the database. So, cursors in SQL are of two types, implicit cursor and explicit cursor. Implicit cursors are automatically managed by the Oracle database. We are not dealing with that, and explicit cursors are the cursors which are usually used by the user in the user who want to work on the database. That's what. Explicit cursors are declared explicitly by the user and they are for queries only and allow multiple rows to be processed from the query. So, these are the three commands we are using for controlling the cursor: open, fetch and then close. We will see shortly with an example. So, how to handle the explicit cursor is declare the cursor in the declaration section, open the cursor using open, fetching the rows from the cursor using fetch and closing the cursor after the process is over using the by using we will use the close option. So, now we will see how to declare a cursor. A cursor is declared in the declaration section using cursor name is select column from the table name pair condition. This is how we declare a cursor. And we have different attributes to work on the cursor also, like row count, all these things here. See, we have so many attributes also. We can see here found, not found, row count, is open. This type of attributes are available. So, based on the requirement, we can use any of these attributes. So, now let me explain one simple example here. Set server output on, usually in PLSQL programming. In order to see the output, we will first we will write this step, this particular command, then declare cursor. The name of the cursor is emp_cursor is. What I am using here, select employee number, ename, job, salary from employee, where employee number is greater than or is equal to 7521. So, the employees who are all having employee number greater than 7521, all these data will be maintained by this cursor only. Begin, open the cursor. So, open this employee_cursor. Now, the cursor is open. Fetch the record from the cursor. So, where I am fetching from? Fetch employee cursor into where I am storing employee_rec. This is where we are placing our data. After that, we are printing that. How? Employee record.employee number, employee name, salary. So, one individual record is retrieved from the table and we have displayed here. So, with this, what happened is we are able to get only one record from the cursor. What is the reason is, after obtaining one record, we have not again gone into a loop. That is, we have not iterated into the table. Record by record, we have not done the iteration. So, that is the reason we have to change few lines in this code. How is? This is the way how we do. So, declaration section, I have created a cursor with the same statements like in the previous slide. Select employee number, name, job, salary from employee, where employee number is greater than 7521. So, all the details will be maintained by this cursor. Now open the cursor, fetch all the records. Now we are having here loop. Here, this is the loop here. So we will fetch it, and then what we are doing? Exit when employee cursor percentage not found, which means first it will start with one record, the first record. Afterwards it will say, it will search whether it is not found. No, it is found. Then it will move to the second record. Again, after it is processed, third record, fourth record. So in this way, when all the records are over, when it reaches at the end, then this condition will be satisfied, like employee cursor percentage not found condition will be satisfied. Then finally it comes out of the loop and it will close the, then we will close the cursor. Meanwhile, what we are doing in the loop, we are checking whether the record is not found and we are displaying. What we are displaying? Employee number, employee name and salary. These three details for every record we are displaying and looping into the data table. So like this we are using explicit cursors. This is another example. You can notice some examples are there, which we will see when our classwork actually starts. More examples are given here. So with this I am concluding my video on views and cursors. Thank you.